Hey, good morning, guys. Hope you guys are having a good one out there. It is raining cats and dogs on this Monday. As you can tell, I have my lovely hairdo going today. So, of course, it's 61. Here we go. We got power surges coming in and out, lights blinking. So if I lose you, we lose you, and we apologize for that. But we're sitting in here this morning trying to do some videos for you guys, knock out a few things. Want to touch on a few things. We got a few family members out there that are sick, or want to say a special shout out to Mackenzie over in Longview. She had a beautiful Yorkie that she lost over the weekend, and for that we have some prayers for her. We know how it is, how our pets become our family members. We do have Holly has got a dad that's sick. Want to make sure that's it. Denise and Stephanie's mom is in rehab and settling in, so we're very proud of that. We want to give everybody the opportunity to have a prayer from us at Miller Homes Group today. With the weather like it's showing to be this week, the staff they will probably start today here and be here intermittently. I have a real big policy about when the weather gets bad, send them home, because we're on a commercial. Hi, Jennifer Shelton. Good morning. How are you? I have a policy of when the weather gets really bad, get your work done really fast. Stay away from the preliminary stuff, or the extra stuff, excuse me, and just do the preliminary stuff and get out of here, go home, keep your animals safe, get your kids, Jazz has some kids, get those kids from school, get them some soup, get them warmed up, get everything like that. We want to make sure, and Carly helps watch dogs and things. Wednesday, we're going to be filming some stuff. The girls have come up with a couple of things. I want to tell you, hello, Brenda, how are you? You guys going to see me interrupting. We got some folks that are up. It is pouring out there. Yes, it is, okay? I saw fish swimming by my windshield as I drove in. I could have swore. I might have been hallucinating, but you never know. So, guys, I want to talk to you about a couple of things that happened this weekend. We had 5 instances this weekend where I have to say how proud I am of the agents at Miller Homes Group. We had 5 instances. 2 of them were actually agents out of the Lindale, Sulphur Springs area, things like that. Yeah, it's soaking wet, girl. Yeah, I do have a little kink in the hair when it gets wet. We're going to talk about my heritage later. But anyway, we had 5 customers call, mysteriously had to look at a house that they had listed, and oh, by the way, would you show us a couple of others? And all 5 of our agents said, I'm going to send you over a buyer's rep to sign that'll obligate you to me for my services for the next 6 months. And all 5 of them, after already being asked if they had an agent and said no, said, I can't sign that, I have an agent. So guys, we have agents doing the very worst, unethical, trying to have their clients use you. One even had the audacity to say, well, my agent's very busy, and our agent went back to them. You know what? I'm very busy, and if your agent told you to do this, you do not have a good ethical agent. Guys, we're getting pretty tired of this. As inventory gets, they can't get out here and show it, so you got somebody in Dallas trying to claim jump, somebody out of Houston, had somebody in Lindale that didn't want to take the time to come down and show a house in Bullard. That is absolutely appalling. And of course, here will come the offer in, and we might not even know. So be careful. I have to tell you, buyer's reps, right now, if you've got a buyer that mysteriously calls out of the blue, put them on a buyer's rep immediately. Immediately put them on a buyer's rep. Start asking questions. Just say, look, I don't mind showing you houses. It's my job to show you anything you want to look at, but you have a responsibility too, and the responsibility is to be loyal to me if I give you that service. So I'm going to send you over a buyer's rep to sign that obligates me to you and you to me. And so that you need to start doing that. I know that some of us don't really like buyer's reps, okay, but unfortunately, we're seeing the worst among us with some of our agents out there. Got 2 incidents that happened over the weekend, and we go through this every week, where customers flat out had to use a lender that they knew. And we had one that I talked about yesterday, talked to an agent with yesterday, and then talked to her again this morning. And customer absolutely insisted on using a lender in California. Go ahead, Brenda. She likes the way I worded that. The customer absolutely, they're moving to Texas, but in her office there's a lender. Well, after 30 days, the lender comes back and says, oh, by the way, we have to extend. The seller is a builder and had already had a backup offer that was more money, and the seller said, you either close tomorrow or you're done. You lose your earnest money, you lose everything, and I make more money on the house. Guys, we do not make a dime off of lenders, okay? We're not allowed to take money. We will not. This is not a major franchise that has a lender in their building or a lender named after them where they weren't vetted properly. The only reason they use them is because somebody pays them some money. This is Miller Homes Group, and you can tell them, we have several lenders that we can send you to. Heck, their pictures on the wall, their signs are on the wall back here. They do such a good job that we put their signs on the wall back here. So we have some of them back here. I mean, we've been very blessed, excuse me, getting all that tied in for you this morning. But we've been very blessed to have some that take. So when we recommend, and it is just that, a recommendation, not a referral. A referral implies we get money. We do not get money. So it is a recommendation. Okay, when we recommend someone, it's someone that gets the deal closed, opens the file, and starts working on it immediately. It's not somebody that's not familiar. They used a lender in California, which will not allow you to e-sign. Okay, California will not allow you to e-sign documents on a loan. Well, the loan originated there, so they had to e-sign. That slowed down. They don't know any appraisers over here. They go into the pool. They're not recognized by any, they go into the pool, and these appraisers kind of, okay, I took the appraisal, and they kind of recognize the lenders, and they go, hey, that's a good one. I ain't having a problem. This is a new lender. Guess what? It's going right to the bottom of the stack. They'll claim it and take all the time they need to get it, and then may even turn it back. This is supposed to close tomorrow, and it's not. These people are going to lose their earnest money, and they're going to be looking for another house. And if they don't change lenders, I've advised our agent to release them from their buyer's representation agreement and tell them to go find another agent, because they have wasted all kinds of time with everybody involved because they didn't choose. They want to move to Texas, but they don't want to use the resources available in Texas that makes their deal go fast. Keep in mind, they're wanting to move to Texas for a reason, but then they use the resources in California, Oregon, wherever they're at, to try to buy a house here and don't want to use local who gets it right 99% of the time. If you're a customer, why would you do that? You're moving to Texas for a reason. Take advantage of the resources that we have available to you. Take advantage of the resources that can be bestowed upon you and make your transaction great. These folks lost earnest money. And we're not talking about a little bit, they're losing thousands. That's 2 last week that had out-of-state lenders that at the last minute, oh yeah, we're going to extend it 10 or 12 days or 7 or 8 days or whatever, and we'll get it closed. And the seller said, no, thank you. Had a situation last week where we had a seller that says, no, thank you, gave them 1 extension. They came back and wanted another one for 10 days. Had already given them one for 2 weeks. The lender came back and wanted no, and the seller said, no. I got a call from the buyer. And the buyer was advised by their agent at a big national franchise here in town, well, you can call their broker. First thing out of the guy's mouth was, if you don't get with your seller and save this, I'm going to sue. I said, well, first of all, I'm not supposed to be talking to you. And if you'll give me the name of your agent, I said, as a matter of fact, I don't need the name of your agent. I've got it on this. For telling you to call me and threaten me, I said, you used a substandard lender that was not local. You're moving in from out of state. Now you want to threaten people? Please go ahead. You're the one in breach of contract. We look forward to any impending litigation. And he was totally aghast that someone would stand up to him. And I said, the fact of the matter is, you used a lender, okay, that couldn't get the job done. The seller gave them 1 extension and said, in that extension, there will be no other extensions. And guess what? You need another one with no hope of it getting done. You've not changed lenders. You've made no efforts. All you want to do is threaten everybody. This is a house that's $240,000. It will be sold by tomorrow afternoon. I tried to be honest with him, and I said, I shouldn't even be talking to you. Tell your agent that I will be getting a hold of their broker, which don't have an on-site broker. Guess what? I got to get a hold of somebody in Dallas. I will be getting a hold of their broker and advising them that their agent is telling people who are unhappy with their service to call the other the other broker in an effort to save face. So guys, we have all kind. I want to tell you, Trek is backed up for at least 2 years now with complaints over what's going on in this market. Agents are doing stupid things. I open Facebook every day and I see coming soon, not allowed. We have 2 complaints against the same office right now that were clients, and I asked them to sit on it for a week or two, where both clients, both are listings of ours, want to file Trek complaints against the other agent. And I said, please sit on it. They've asked me to help them word it. I said, you know, you've got to file it, but I will do my very best to help you, but I want you to think about it. And they wanted to file an ethics complaint, and I said, well, that involves a hearing and all kinds of stuff, and trust me, it really is more trouble than it's worth. But they looked up, I said, go look at the Trek violations. They looked up at the Trek, the rules, and found what they consider to be a violation, and they're serious violations, okay? It won't get heard for a year or two, but they feel they want to do it after sitting and having, I'd always advise them to have a cooling off period. So after a cooling off period, they both have said, we want to file this. Okay? I can't blame them. Okay? I can't blame them. This is horrible. We had an instance last week where from the same exact franchise, had an agent, didn't deliver the earnest money, didn't deliver the option money. 10 days later, just sends a note, an email to the title company that says, oh, by the way, we're canceling the contract. Did not contact our listing agent, made no effort, didn't do this. They still have to deliver the earnest money. And they said, they said that they sent over a termination that the house wouldn't satisfy the lender because it was a mobile home. You should have known that before you made the offer, but you failed to deliver the option fee and you failed to deliver the earnest money. You have no right to terminate. That earnest money now belongs to the seller. That seller is going to take, and it happens to be the brother of the agent, and it was his first deal. That seller is going to take that buyer to small claims court. And they should. They absolutely should. The basic contract training, what kind of loan do you have? Is it good? Before you make an offer, don't you think you should get a hold of the lender, which happens to be a lender in your office that you're receiving money from? All you had to do is walk down the hall and say, hey, do you guys loan money on mobile homes? And the answer would have been no. Instead, you make an offer, tie up the property, okay, and then won't answer the listing agent and try to go around and cancel things through the title company. The title company didn't even notify the agent either, and we've already had that conversation with the title company going, wait a minute, you got an email from somebody trying to cancel and you didn't tell them you need to get a hold of the listing agent? You didn't tell the listing agent that someone had contacted you? So guys, we have people dropping the balls, doing unethical stuff everywhere in our business today. I'm going to say this, if you're a buyer or a seller out there, you need to A, be well informed and listen to your agent. If you're moving in from outside the state of Texas, I am recommending use a Texas lender that knows the customs, the laws, and the rules here in Texas. You've got these out-of-state lenders that already the seller doesn't trust because we can't get a hold of them, okay? So now you've got a situation to where you've lost your earnest money. And if you're buying a $300,000 house, it's usually $2,500 or $3,000, somewhere around 1%. You have no claim to the earnest money. You chose the lender. If you use a local lender, you or your agent can go sit in that office. Also, the listing agent or the buyer's agent knows those lenders. They know the good ones. They know the shortcomings. They can go and put pressure on them and what needs to be done. What do I need to do? What do I need to get my customer to help you with? These type of things. When you use somebody out of state that no one can communicate with and they think, oh, well, we'll just extend it and close it. It doesn't work that way in today's market. If you're a seller and they offer you a contract without a local lender, it's Chase Bank or some internet lender out of state, please consider that. Go Google, do they close? Do they close on time? You're going to find a mess when you Google, hey, is this a real offer? They've gotten a pre-approval from Bank of America. How often does that close on time? Those type of things. Go investigate that, okay? We've got abundance of you've got abundance of contingent offers going out there. Folks, pay attention. We have agents that are not getting trained. I posted hundreds of videos. The training is there for you guys. I don't care if you're with Miller Homes Group or not. Go to MHG Life or go to Miller Homes Group on Facebook and get the training you need to be successful in this market. If you're never with us, I don't want to see you get a TREC complaint filed against you. I don't want you to lose your customer because you might be dealing with one of our listings, or we might be dealing with one of your listings, okay? If you're a seller, be fair. If you're a buyer, be reasonable, okay? All right? Please remember, Mr. Seller, you're selling in a market. You're going to be buying in a market. So remember, the attitude you give could be returned to you. So what you want to do is you want to make sure all parties are fair. We have agents that after it's contracted, the appraisal's coming in low, they priced it too high, and the first thing out of their mouth is, well, you need to cut your commission and I'll cut mine. Once the contract is executed, the other agent cannot bring up commission. My policy is very simple. Your marketing philosophy was to overprice the property in a market that's hotter than a mackerel, and you managed to go too high. When your commission gets to zero, I will do what's best to protect my buyer. Okay? I will not participate in your marketing plan. Your seller is making more money than they had ever hoped on this. You should have prepared them if, look, this is over. If it doesn't come in at appraisal, if you took the appraisal addendum or whatever, if it doesn't come in at appraisal, you should be prepared to drop it, which is more than you thought you were going to get for it in the first place. To call another agent, okay, and say, cut your commission, all right, or put it in writing. We have it in writing. Agents are saying, oh, yeah, you need to cut your commission so we can make this deal work. Selling agents, wait a minute. We gave 30 over list, it appraised for 20 over list. The customer's getting $20,000 more than they thought, and you want us to take a cut? When you get to zero, we'll take a cut. And by the way, thanks for putting it in writing. Guys, I'm sick of it. This is why realtors get a bad name. We're getting a bad name because we are not operating ethically. We're not being honest with our customers. We're letting them do things, and it's their choice, but you're letting them do things that you know the minute they do it is going to endanger the closing or it's going to kill the deal. Both these deals that I talked about over the weekend, when I looked at who the lenders were, I could tell you these deals were not going to close on time or were going to fail. Both will fail. And both should fail. I'm sorry, both should fail. And in both cases, our agent did the right thing and told the customer, it's your choice, but you're making a mistake. So now we've got agents who spent hours and hours and hours with these customers, and they won't be rewarded with a paycheck, and we don't make it about the money at Miller Homes Group. But the most important thing is these folks are in a very competitive market. They won't be able to find another house. Because of the choices they made, they won't be able to find another house. Folks, be safe in the rain out there this week. I want everybody to have a blessed week. We'll probably be back on. We're doing some filming up here Wednesday. Got Bob coming in. We're doing some HD filming. We're doing a fantastic about things up here. We've got a lot of stuff going on. These ladies are working. I wanted to have a very heartfelt, aggressive video this morning to remind you guys, okay, to do the very best for your customer. And if they choose to shoot themselves in the foot. Hey, Jordan, how are you? Jordan, hey, I got to tell you, Jordan McCrary Haynes, a big Jordan Haynes, she's another good lender. We've got, if you look back here, okay, we got Sherry with Guild Mortgage. We got Amber Bolden up there. We got Seth over in Longview. We have lenders that if they tell you it'll close on this day and the customer's honest with them, they'll get it closed. I'm telling you right now, okay? They can choose any lender they want, but I can choose to work with them or not. My goal is to get them in the house of their dreams. Not these folks, both of these couples are crying to their realtor about what went wrong. We didn't do anything wrong. You did. Jennifer Shelton, yeah, Jordan does rock. But guys, I have to tell you, I cannot stress this enough. If your customer's heading down a bad road, tell them, you've made this decision. When it doesn't close and the seller wants extra money to make it to closing that's non-refundable or this or that, you've brought this on yourself. They're going to call and cry to you, okay? And in the case of the one moron last week, thought he would call and threaten somebody. I'm like, you know what? We got a house full of lawyers. Let's rock. You know, he was going to sue the seller, and he was going to sue us and everybody because they wouldn't give him a second extension. Go away. You chose a lender that's never going to get it closed in the first place. All right? I can't give him advice. His agent told him to call me, and they're not even with me. And his broker will be getting a phone call in just a moment from me. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. You don't want to deal with your own problems, so you bounce it to somebody else. You guys have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later.